back, YouTube, to It's Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Thank you guys all for the 500 subscribers. I have a video coming out a little bit later today, just dedicated for the 500 subscribers. It's a little bit of story time. But today we have another Filipina video. This is the Filipina P asking the three Filipina ladies if they know what men want. So I know most American women, or at least Western women, do have no clue what men want. Let's see if these ladies know what they're talking about. All right, please, guys, like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And let's get back to the chow. It's chow time, guys.
Hi, folks. The Filipino P here. And thanks for joining me for part 2 of my interview with 3 self-described traditional Filipinas. In part 1, we learned what it's like to grow up in a typical Filipino household and how the women believe that for them, modern feminism doesn't hold any appeal. But what else do they believe? What do they think about a woman's body count? About signing a prenup? About the role of religion in a marriage? And what do they think a man wants out of a relationship? When we left off, they were
This is actually going a lot more topics than I thought it was going to go over. So that's pretty good.
just about to react to a Western woman's advice about demanding an expensive piece of jewelry in order to secure a woman's affection. Let's see what they have to say.
I mean, you've seen some of my videos. Some women want like 40K
Ladies, this next
rings.
segment, I'm gonna play you a clip and I wanna get your reaction to it, okay? Let's start.
How much should your engagement ring
Oh,
cost?
I knew it was going to be this
So
video.
I suggest 2 things. Number 1, you demand a 3-carat or above ring that ranges anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000. And if you can't do that, demand a ring the equivalent price of his car. That way, if he ghosts you,
You see that? Like, it's demand. Not even ask. It's demand. That means you do this or nothing.
you can resell that item and get back some of that lost time and start over with a new man. If he can't
So women want to go into it with insurance money, pretty much. Is that what they're saying? They want these engagement rings as insurance money if things go south. Is that what they want?
not afford that, think about how can
Not that they don't have insurance in alimony and child support in the first place already, right?
he be a stable future husband or father. Let me know in the comments what you think about the engagement ring test.
All right, ladies, what are your thoughts? Start with Ira.
Oh my god, it's a very toxic trait. It's a big no. It's
Oh, I love her already. Very toxic trait.
a big kind of cash, and I wouldn't do that with my fiancé. Good luck with your life.
Good luck with your life. How about you, Candice?
That sounds like a gold digger. I mean, it's too expensive. It's
shit.
too much for just for a ring.
Yep.
And you know, I don't even ask for flowers, and of course, I won't
Damn.
even ask for a very expensive ring. I'd rather want my man
You hear these guys? These girls don't even ask for flowers. So when you give them flowers, they'll be over the moon about it.
to save it for our
Unlike the Western women, when you get them flowers, like, "Psh, yeah, you better have got me flowers.
future.
Okay, so put it in a house or, savings.
Yeah.
How about you, Ange?
That's
Actually, it's
practical.
really a toxic. You are in a toxic relationship. You are with someone who is toxic, asking too much, asking that kind of big money.
Yeah, for a ring.
Yes, just for a ring. It's a big no.
Okay.
It's a big no for us.
Okay.
You see how like all 3 of these women are modest enough and understand this is just some things you cannot demand from people. Even a husband. It's unreasonable.
So demanding, right? Okay, so new topic. Western guys complain that their women are sleeping with too many men.
Ooh.
Yes, they do.
High
Do
body
you think that a
counts.
woman's body count matters? Like they're sleeping a lot with a lot of men. Do you think it's
I don't even think these women like fully understand what high body count fully is.
important?
Of course it is.
Oh, okay.
Because it describes what kind of woman you are.
Yeah, right.
I'll take a pause right there. All the women that watch my channel, Look how these women think of promiscuous women's.
If you sleep with so many men,
With the whole barangay.
yes, yes, it defines who you are. And
Yeah. And I think it's problematic too.
yes.
How about you, Era?
Yes, for me it's no, because when I sleep with a man, and that man will be my husband, and I can.
Damn, you guys hear that? What happened to traditions, man? Like, I grew up with my parents, and it's funny. Some woman commented on my one of my Kevin Samuels video of was my mother a leftover woman? You know, I thought that was pretty funny to ask me. And then no, my mother married at 18 as a virgin to my father and gave him birth three children. So she was quite traditional.
You believe
Yes.
in the no sex before marriage?
Yes, it's a big no.
So I'd presume you're still immaculate.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, you guys hear that? She's immaculate. I don't think there's very many women over here in the West that can say
How
that.
about you, Candice?
You don't want to be used and abused.
Okay, so you don't want to sleep with a
See, like, the thought process between these women are so different from the women in the West, where they know what it is. They know that it's getting used and abused, where women in the West think it's empowering.
lot of guys.
I don't want.
Okay. All right, girls. We were just talking about the body count of a woman. So does it matter with a man? Would you consider marrying a man who slept with a lot of girls? Era.
Well, I think it depends on if it's in the past, then, and this time it's me who will sleep. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
it's-
if you're going to, if it doesn't matter to you, how many is too many for you?
I think 3 is like a lot.
Even 3 bodies for men is a lot for them. Take it in, guys. Take it in. Take everything in slowly, slowly. Men and women, like even men with high ass body counts. I don't think it's a good thing. It's not a good thing. It just makes it harder for anybody once you have so many partners constantly to just settle down with one person. For men and women. But look how these women view these things. It's crazy different.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 is a lot
Yes,
already.
3 is a lot already.
Okay. How about you, Ange?
I believe in the saying past is past, but be responsible enough.
How many is too many?
I could accept 2.
Except 2. Okay, so you
Even
should be the
less.
third.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, because
All right, guys. I actually don't think many of you guys qualify to marry these women because I don't know if you guys are passport bros and are looking to go over there. I think you guys had more than 2 bodies. Just a guesstimation here.
the third is the charm. Okay.
Yes.
How about you, Candice?
If you really love him, then you would accept him. You would accept everything in his past, regardless of what he has been through.
Okay, regardless of how
we
many
got-
girls he's
All right, we got one that is okay with you fuck boys with those high ass body counts. Just don't fuck them over.
slept with. So that's your opinion. Okay. Why would rich men who already have assets get married? What is it for them? A woman can just take half of his assets. What's the deal for that? What is
Maybe men are looking for real connections.
real connections?
Yes.
Okay. Era?
And maybe they are looking for loyalty. Yes.
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
Perhaps for love and companionship.
Love and companionship. But do you think, ladies, it's worth the risk?
Well, maybe, but I can prove myself.
You can prove yourself.
You guys see that? You guys see that? Yes, but I can prove myself. Holy shit, is that so different from the women here? The women here have been like, "Psh, he better fucking take me as I am. You know, these women, no, I'll prove myself to that kind of man. Oh my God. This is why these women run circles around Western women. Their game is top notch. They know how to play the game. They know how to please men. They know what men want.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see.
Are you gonna prove yourself as well?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Would you be offended though if your fiance asked you to sign a prenup?
It's okay, but I would be more happy if he don't, because I can just prove myself to him.
Okay. How about you, Ange?
I would get offended.
You would get offended.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the prenup seems to still be an issue for them too.
That is kind of rude, disrespectful for my side, because why would you ask to marry me if you don't trust me with what you have? Because when we marry, when
You know what? It's understandable. Now that I think about it, it's actually understandable for these women to kind of get offended because these women marry for life, right? And that's always their goal. So to kind of put a prenup in front of them is like, oh yeah, shitting on their fucking goal in a sense. Where women in the West, it's understandable. Where the prenup, where, you know, like we're trying to just protect ourselves. Most of these women are not, you know, forever partners. At least we hope they are, but just isn't usually the case.
you get married, of course you have to be open. You have to respect each other. By putting prenup,
Not for you.
Yes.
Okay. How about you?
Yes.
Reasonable,
For me, it's
reasonable.
I'm getting offended because it's like I am not into him with his money.
Okay,
Yes.
but how would you prove that though? His assets are gonna be at risk. If you try to look at things from a man's perspective, you know, from their point of view, what do you think they want in life?
They want to love and to be loved, of course. To have kids and to mean something to someone.
Okay.
Okay,
Era.
those are reasonable.
Yes.
Reasonable.
Also, men want to be respected and to be
Yes.
loved. Yes.
I think Andrew Tate said it well. We want respect and authority in a sense, like respect from other men and authority over people in a sense. Just not authority, but we want power. The reason why we work so hard to accumulate money and accumulate things is for influence and power. Why? The power to choose, the power to do whatever we want. It's really the balance of power for most men is why they're doing the things that they do. Like to get a woman like this to be able to say, oh, my woman stays at home, cooks for me and does everything for me. That gives that man status to be able to say, my wife takes care of me. Because in the West, that isn't the case anymore. For a man to be able to say that, that man has status amongst his peers.
It's
Okay.
like women.
Okay.
I agree with them.
You agree with them? They already said the good bits. Okay, interesting. I didn't hear a single one of you say anything about money. That's refreshing.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, my
Right.
next question is, do you think religion plays a big role here, or is it just
I think for Filipinos, it does. They are very religious over there.
something people say? I'm Catholic. What about you, Ira?
Well, for me, religion have a big impact in my life. Actually, religion mold me as what I am and who I am.
Okay. So, how about you?
It's funny how these women don't ream back against religion for making them traditional or keeping them traditional like the West does, where the West is like, oh, why would I want to do that? That's, you know, like slavery, where these women are perfectly fine with like, oh yeah, you know, my religion taught me how to do this, be a good wife in this, and I think it worked out for me.
You, Ira?
I
Angie?
agree with her opinion that religion has a huge impact on our life because it defines what you are. It defines what you believe. If both of you have the different perspective about God or what, I think it would be a great problem.
Okay. So it's a big
Makes sense.
It's a big
Makes
role
sense.
here.
It is a
Yes,
core
people
issue
are
for a lot of
really,
people.
you
Yes.
know. Okay. How about you, Candice?
Religion plays a big role in our lives. It teaches us about God and everything that's good, but I think it's not really an issue. If you have different beliefs about God, it's totally okay because we have this religions where they can marry someone who has a different religion from them. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
why they only marry the ones who has same religion with them.
Would you consider dating a guy from a different religion?
It depends upon the situation.
Depends upon the situation.
If we really love each other, then one must convert.
One must convert.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Damn. See, they're serious. Look how serious they are. Like, one must convert. They're not saying that the man has to convert. They're just saying one of them have to convert so that they will align with each other. That I don't think many people think about. You know, like, what, two different religions? One of us is going to have to convert. I think Judaism does a very good job of this, where most people that marry into Judaism become Jewish, you know, in a sense. So it makes things align a little bit better. Not that, you know, religion, I'm not a religious guy. I grew up Buddhist, and I don't think religion is like the end all be all or anything like that. But I do believe that religion gave people such a moral compass back in the day that they don't have now. A lot more people identify as atheists or just, you know, they don't have a religion or don't care for religion. And I see that because of that, there's more degeneracy in the West, just because those morals that were taught in church and religions kind of instilled into people are not so strong anymore because the West has gone away from religion.
it's a must.
It's a must.
So we could live happily ever after without the problem of the religion.
Okay.
It makes
How about
sense.
you,
It makes
Ara?
sense.
Despite of what religion you have, it's not a very big problem. It's not necessary. Just put your trust in each other.
Okay, so you would consider dating a guy from a different...
I would consider.
Okay, from a different religion. Okay, how about you, Candice?
If you're willing to change yours, then why not? If you really love that person.
Okay. So you mentioned the guy should convert into your religion, but what about
shit.
if he asks you?
My bad. So they do want the guy to convert into their religion. I thought it was they might be willing to convert themselves. My bad.
To convert in his.
Oh,
What
okay,
would
she's
you
mentioning
do?
it now.
If he is truly sincere for me, I would do it also.
Okay, so it's a
Yeah, so
two-way
I was right,
street.
I was
Yes.
Okay, just checking because
Okay,
I was
I
like, oh, you want him to convert? Okay, but you are also open to converting to his
Yes.
religion as long as you guys are both in the same,
Same
religion.
boat, okay.
Okay,
Makes sense, makes
okay.
sense.
So how about a guy that didn't believe in God, like
Ooh.
an atheist? They deny the existence of
That's actually a lot of Western people in general. Let's see what they say about it.
any supernatural being whatsoever.
I actually, sometimes, I don't believe in God too.
Okay, so sometimes you don't believe in God
Yes.
as well. Okay, is it like a light switch?
It depends
I
upon
don't
the
know.
miracle that
Depends
happens
on the
in my
miracle.
life. If the things go right with my way, I believe in God. But if don't, I don't know.
Okay.
I just go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Okay, Candice, would you date someone who's an atheist, who denies the existence of a god?
I wouldn't want to date a guy that doesn't believe
I mean, denying the existence of God is a little much. Just not caring for it might be a little bit different for them, but denying is a little harsh.
God. It feels so weird being with a person who doesn't believe God. It would be really a big problem.
Ara, how about you? Would you date someone who's an atheist?
No,
No?
I wouldn't.
Okay. But at least with Angie, because sometimes she doesn't believe in God. Okay. What's the difference between marrying someone with a different religion to an atheist who has no religion?
Well,
Because the guy from a different religion has a different god from yours.
This is a good question.
And the other guy just, he doesn't have a god. So what's the difference?
Well, it's a big difference because when I marry in a different he have different religion and I have a different religion. Well, we both praise a different God, but in atheists they don't believe in God.
So, meaning to say you're okay marrying someone because he prays to a
Yes.
God, and it doesn't matter which God.
Yes,
Okay, as long as you guys pray to a God.
yes,
That makes sense.
Okay.
Makes
unlike
sense.
atheists,
Unlike atheists
yes,
that
we don't have God.
okay,
at all.
he must have a God.
I mean, with how religion works, it feels like most gods are the same entity. They just name them slightly different, you know? So, from this sense, as long as you're praying to a god that, you know, they're pretty happy with that. I guess that makes sense.
God, regardless of which God.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So, okay. How about you, Candice?
I don't really and I don't really think that they have different God, because all religion have the same God. I don't really
Oh, she says
know
what I
what's
said.
the difference, but all I know is we have the same God regardless of what.
Yeah, her thought process is very similar to me. I think God is just a figure in the sky that most people attribute to miracles and things they can't explain. That's just my interpretation of things. Don't come at me. And so most people can't explain these, I guess, miracles is what I want to say, or just these things that happen. So they attribute it to an entity or a being that is like beyond them. And I think most religions are like that. It's just a being that's beyond them. So I definitely agree with her that most gods, in a sense, they're probably the same God.
What religion you has.
Okay. So you believe that regardless of what religion other people have, it's still the same God?
Yes.
Okay.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think some religion, some denomination would disagree, but okay.
I would agree.
Guys,
Yeah.
you know,
I'm sure most religions would not say my God is the same as your God or anything like that. I mean, if they're a little bit more progressive with their thinking, maybe. But I mean, most traditional religions would not agree.
that we don't have divorce here in the Philippines. So when you marry, you have to get it right the first time, right? So what do you think your chances of finding
See, that's pretty good. So if passport bros are going to the Philippines and getting married there and staying there, you're probably not going to get a divorce from what it seems, which is a big difference in the West.
a good man that will, that will be there for you forever? Is it 50-50, 75-25? Do you think 100% you can find a good guy for you, like the right person for you?
Well, I think it's a 50-50.
At the moment?
Yes, at the moment.
Okay.
These women are reasonable. It's like a 50-50 shot if they're going to find a good man or not, which is pretty reasonable guess.
It's a 50-50.
Yes, 50-50.
All right. How about you, Bebe?
I could find 100.
100%.
Oh, she thinks 100% she can find a good mate.
How about you, Candice?
I mean,
At the
from what they demand and what they offer, I think most of these women can actually get what they want.
Moment, I don't really think so, but maybe in the future I could be able to find a man who is very into me.
How would you describe an average Filipina?
We are all accommodating. We are all caring. We are all loving. Yes,
Friendly.
You hear that? All of them are accommodating and loving men. I mean, I'm Cambodian, and to tell you the truth, a lot of Cambodian girls are very similar too. But also, Cambodia is also affected by the West greatly, because most of the Cambodians that are here in the U.S. send a lot of money over to Cambodia, just like the Philippines. But we also send technology and everything. So I've seen some of my cousins, they live a pretty modern lifestyle. So I don't know if these traditions fully stayed with them. I haven't been back since '09. So
as a Filipina, I will stand that. I will stand for that.
And also, we are more of looking for.
Filipinas are loving, caring, and she could really give you everything that she has.
look at them. They're trying to
so
sell
very
you.
giving.
They're trying to sell us on
Okay,
Filipino
very giving.
ladies.
Would you say
All
the
three
same
of them.
thing, Ara?
Yes.
Are you giving it all?
Yes, I'm giving it all. That's what we are.
I think it's in the DNA, I think.
Yes.
Well, that was very interesting. I guarantee our viewers out there learned a few things by listening to you
definitely did.
ladies. And thank you so much for joining me today, Ara, Angie, and Candice. Thank you. And for you guys out there, I'll be back in just a few days with a new topic to ponder. Till next
Ooh.
time, folks. Bye.
All right. That was eye-opening chow, to tell you the truth. These women do know what traditionally most men want. You know, the loyalty aspects and just like the homemaking aspects. They definitely have that. The agreeableness. I mean, we saw them. None of them really argued. None of them spoke over each other. They were very cordial. All of the podcasts I've always watched with Western women, they always speak over each other and just want to shout out things at the men and stuff, and want to prove men wrong constantly. So it's nice that to see the difference. People always were like on the comments like, "Oh, you need to give your take on your Asian side of things," and I'm just like, tell the truth. As I grew up, I was pretty blue pilled myself. Just because society blue pills most men. Even my father was probably one of the most hardest ass motherfuckers out there. He's killed people in the war. He came to this country and killed 3 people in this country. They're all 3 of them are in self-defense, but he's just not he's just not the type of person you want to fuck with. So even though I grew up with such a hard ass, I still became pretty blue pilled myself. And then as I got older, I became red pilled and things like that. So, all right, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. Like and subscribe down below. I have the 500 episode out right after this, and then I'll catch you guys then. It's chow time, guys.